Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. Do you rent a vehicle to do your Ubering in? Do you also have a personal car payment that you have to make each month for your personal car? I have gotten comments, and we're going to talk about one of the comments I got today, because let's talk about this a little bit, all right? The gentleman that sent me this comment, this was from one day ago, was dealing with the Uber rental, because I've made quite a few videos on this because I'm always getting comments from people asking me questions about the rental program. So I answer those in videos, sometimes in comments, sometimes in videos. This one here I'm going to do a video on because of this comment. The gentleman's handle here is Scott Hartford 407. All right, and I sent him a comment back. I've already replied to this comment. If you have a car payment, no way this will work. He's talking about the Uber rental program. $300 plus a week for a rental. Now add a, get this, $700 a month car payment for your personal car. $700 a month, that's mind-blowing in itself. That's $2,000 a month before gas and insurance, etc. If you do not have a car payment, this may make sense. But if you already have a newer car with a payment, it is insane to rent a vehicle they're talking about to do your Ubering in. Jesus, how much are you getting paid to push Uber rentals? Well, I've been accused of this before. I have been accused of being a PR stunt for Uber, for Avis, for... This is not new to me, all right? So, yeah, from your lips to God's ears, Uber, pay me some money for talking about this. The only reason I talk about it is because it works. It works for me, all right? That's all I talk about on this channel, what works for me. So, anyway, how much am I getting paid to push Uber rentals? Funny. This is your 7th video in 3 weeks on Uber rentals. I love it. Someone's counting my videos. Woo! That's a good sign, I think. We get it. You love rental. So some of us actually put money aside a week for our maintenance. Well, good. I have, in all of my videos, I have said so many times in these videos on this subject, this is not for everybody. This don't work for everybody. All right, you have to figure out for yourself if this will work. The only thing I can say is on this channel, I've been doing this consistently for over 3 years, renting a vehicle to do my Ubering in. All right, it works for me. And by the comments I get on my channel, I'm not the only one. All right, so I'm sorry that some people may have a $700 a month car payment. That's just, that's, to me, is mind-blowing in itself. I could never see ever tackling myself with a $700 a month car payment. So anyway, let me read you my reply. All right. So again, if you're new here, ring the bell, do the thumbs up, subscribe. You can buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee if you like down below. All that good stuff's here. All right. So anyway, hang with me. Here's my reply back to this gentleman. Thank you for your comment. These are the comments that I absolutely love. I mentioned this before. I love these kind of comments. $700 a month car payment? What the hell? That was my reply. Yeah. If I was you, I would stick with just using your $700 a month vehicle for Uber if that's what you're doing. In a few years, it will be a beater car. I've been there and done that, and I've talked about that in videos. I have been there and done that. Take a new car. Yeah, sure. Use it for a couple of years and see what happens. Go have fun. Yeah, in a few years, it'll be a beater car. I have been there and done that. Some people have to learn the hard way. Whatever you use, work it. In other words, whatever vehicle you're using, I don't care. You're using that $700, go work it. If you're using a rental, go work it. There's money. I think that's the next thing I said, in fact. Yeah, whatever you use, work it. There's money to be made out here. And yes, you can have a car payment. I do. I have another vehicle. I don't just have a rental vehicle. For the rental vehicle is my Uber vehicle and whatever else I want to use it for, but I also have a vehicle, another vehicle. All right. I do. And thank you for counting. I told him also, thank you for counting my videos on this subject. I get a lot of questions about it. And that was my reply back to the gentleman. All right, so you can go find that in the comments and everything else if you'd like to read that. That was on the video I did just yesterday. In fact, the title of the video is so you can verify what I just said. Is Uber rental the key to surviving 2026 economy downturn? Because we're going to have one, guys. I said it yesterday in a video. It's fixing to get crappy out here. All right, it already is. Not just for Uber, but just life. Go to the grocery store. I had culture shock there last night when I went in to buy some hamburger meat to make tacos. Yeah, I got a slap right in the face with the price of beef right now. So it's fixing to get bad. And that was the reason the video was done yesterday was talking again about the rental. Like I say, this gentleman counts my videos on how many I do on this subject. It's because I get a lot of comments from people asking me questions. And it's easier for me to because if one person asks me a question on this channel about a subject, there are probably a lot more people asking the same question. They just didn't comment. So you have to take it when you get a comment on here, and it's a viable comment, a question where someone's actually having a hard time understanding a portion of this, either the rental program or how to do Uber, how to make more money, making tips while you're doing your Ubering, or, I've got all kind of videos on here on all kind of subjects, but it's the rental. When I make a video about the rental subject, it seems that more people reply, more people comment because they have questions about it. There are a lot of people on my channel, and I've made videos about this. You can go read some of the comments on the different videos on here. I'm not the only person that's doing a rental out here, and I said it in the video yesterday. My agency over here that I ran through, all right, told me that they have a whole bunch of us. There were 17 of us on their list over there. I told them I've been renting 3 years. Yeah, there's 17 that's been renting at least 3 years. You're just one of them. All right. So there's more people out here making this work. You have to determine if it's something that's going to work for you. If you have a gigantic car payment of $700 a month, you're in a spot already before you ever started Uber. And you need an Uber just to help make that damn car payment. Yeah. You can use Uber that way. Go out and work Uber to make that car payment for you. All right? Yeah, you're paying $300 a week, but that $300 a week, look, there are people out here, to include me, that make a lot more than $300 a week doing Uber. All right? I'm not the only one out here. There are people out here that are pocketing $1,000 a week. I have done $300, $400, $500 weeks. They happen quite often. I have hit $700, $800, and $900 weeks before doing Uber, and I don't work it hard. All right, it's the time of the year, what's going on, where you're deciding to work at. There's a lot of reasons why it works, but you have to determine yourself. If you have a $700 a month car payment, you're already in a spot. Uber rental might be your relief, and some people are going to have a hard time understanding that. But from this side of the camera, where I sit, I do this. A lot of other people do this. You have to determine if it's something that's viable for you. And with the economy like I hit on yesterday, it's getting crappy. It's fixing to get a lot worse than it is now. So you need to hang on and figure out what's best for you and where you can make some extra money. That's all Uber is. Uber is extra money. There are some of us out here that work it a certain way where it's not just extra money. It's our source of income. And the other money that we have is the extra money. The other stuff that we may have coming in from somewhere else is our extra. Uber can be worked where it can be your financial future if you work it right. To me, it works with the rental vehicle. Period. End of story. I'm not the only one. You can bark up trees, talk about this all you want, that no, 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 no. It works. And that's all I can say. Anyway, I had a comment on this comment. There are other, I could go right on down the list. The next one underneath, the one comment right underneath that one from one day ago. A lot of people will think this is crazy, but unless you buy a car in cash, renting a car is the best thing for Uber. That's the next comment right underneath the other one. So there are people out here that understand it, and then there are people out here that don't understand it. But we'll let it go at that. You guys have a good day, good afternoon. It's raining here, and we'll see how this day is going to turn out. It's Tuesday in Florida. Have a good afternoon, good evening. Bye.